Hello everybody, Rock here. Today we're going to install Fender Studio Pro. Let's go. Now, if you're brand new to this and you want to buy it, you have to go to Fender.com and buy Fender Studio. Or if you're upgrading, like what I did, I'm on a subscription. So when I went into my Studio One, I didn't see an update. And that's because they changed everything over. So I went to Fender.com, opened up my account, and I didn't see it. So I went to Personas, opened up my account, and everything changed. I didn't see my Personas anymore. It kept taking me over to my Fender. So I spent like a couple hours trying to get this thing loaded on my computer, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I emailed tech support with Fender and never heard back. I emailed tech support at Personas, never heard back. So I got to thinking about this, and I thought, oh my. I had logged in to Fender years ago, and I have an account under a different email than I do with Personas. So I had two different emails going on. And I thought, I wonder if I create an account with Fender under the same email that I use with Personas, I wonder if that would work. Well, I did that, and boom, everything transferred over. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, it still didn't show up in my Studio One. So I went back to myfender.com, and there was all my stuff right there. But the thing is, I had to download Fender Studio Pro. So I downloaded it, and I came up with this. And all you have to do is take this, grab a hold of it, and just drop it over. Now I've already done that, so I don't have to do it again, but just drop it into your applications, and it's in your applications. I go to my applications. I'll pull this over so you can see what's going on. Go into my applications, and I scroll down to Studio One. And there it is. Fender Studio Pro. It's that easy. And I clicked it saved Studio One 7 app right in there too. You can open that back up, but now you have Studio Pro 8. So let's get out of this, and let's go over here. I put the icon in here so that I can click it, and Studio Pro opens up. Fender Studio Pro. It's going to go through all this. If you're upgrading like me, it's going to check out all of your plugins and everything. So what you want to do, this is all the projects that I've done. Go up to, let's see, let's go up to, first check your, down here in the bottom, configure audio device. Whatever your audio device is, this is where it's going to be. You can go in here and select, it'll show up in here if you have one that's compatible with Studio One. Just about any audio device will do it. Now I'm using a Mac M2. It's a Mac Mini M2. So it's really great computer. At some time in the future, I'll talk about computers and what's compatible and all that kind of stuff. But right now, we're in Studio 1824. That's what I have in my rack. And just say, okay. Once it's loaded down here in your setup, I use 48 kilohertz, 256 sample, and then below that your external devices, they'll show up in here. If they don't, you can hit add and you can pick out whatever MIDI device you have in here. Now if you don't have one, well, you'll have to either create a new control surface or new instruments or a new keyboard. My keyboard is an Impact LX Plus, and it's the 49 key. At Studio B, I use a 88 key. I've never had to do this before, but if you want to add a new keyboard, you click on this here, and you can name your device and the manufacturer and the model number. You can put it all in right here, and then you can receive from the device. If you don't see anything with this, just click OK and see if it picks it up. Now, I've never had to do that. Or if you have a new instrument, you can load, put your name, manufacturer, device number, and pick your receive from, send to. And if you don't see anything, just hit OK and see if it grabs it or whatever. But mine is a Nectar, which is in this right here. And it found it automatically, because when I loaded the Nectar drivers, it loaded it for PreSonus. So, okay, and then just say OK, and your device will show up here. We're going to cancel out of that because mine's already loaded in. And now we're going to go up to right here where it says new. This is, you're going to make a new song. So click new and then title it. And I'm going to just say rock dash song. And then you're going to go down here. Where are you going to start? So just select right here where this is at. It's where my songs are located. You hit this, and you can pick in here either documents, and since you've already loaded your Studio Pro, you'll see PreSonus, or Studio One. Now in Studio One, this is probably where it's gonna fall. Now I'm not sure if it's the same. if you're starting fresh with Fender Studio Pro. I don't know if it's going to make new folders for your presets, macros, and diagnostics. I don't know how that works. I've not loaded it fresh. I've already had Studio One, Persona Studio One. So we'll just say cancel for now because mine's already set up. Then below this, you're going to, I use 48 kilohertz. You can pick whatever your audio device is and whatever it supports. But I would recommend using 48 kilohertz and 24-bit. And I use a bars time base, and a 3-minute I think is a default. 120 beats per minute, that's a default, I believe, and 4/4, that's default. Now you can come in here and you can change that to 3/4 or 4/8. You can put any kind of time signature in there you want. And the key, I'm just going to put C for now. And that's basically, if you want to stretch your audio files, this is a good thing here. If you're creating something from scratch and you do not know what tempo it's in, you can click this, stretch audio files to tempo. And that way, when you are working in your song and you figure it's just not quite fast enough, well, you can change your tempo and it'll change your WAV file too. If you're singing something, it'll change your WAV file. So I don't know what that was that popped up there. Where was I? Oh yeah, stretching your audio file. So I would check that in case you want to change your tempo. Whatever audio files you have will follow the tempo. Now if your change is too big, it'll affect your WAV files. It might put glitches in it or whatever, but it'll give you an idea of what the tempo should be. You can re-record your vocal or whatever, or if you slow it down too far, it might cause glitches in your audio. So then you go on down here, let's continue, apply customization. I left that alone, I've never changed it. And that's pretty much it over here in this section, that is. And then over here you can choose record and mix new session. That's pretty much a blank session, and we'll just leave it on that. Or you can master and release. They got some new stuff in here, it looks like. Audio interfaces. I'll have to check some of this out, but right now we'll just leave it on new session, record and mix. And then all you have to do is just click OK. And then it opens up in this screen. Over here to the right, we have instruments, effects, loops, splice, files, cloud, pull, and it's also redundant. Up here it is, instruments, effects, loops, splice, files, and cloud, and so forth. We're going to go to instruments. Now you can click on an instrument here, or you can click on instrument up here. You can click on effects here or click on it up here. I always just click on this, and it shows you all your instruments in here. So I've noticed that some of this stuff, I don't know if it's me, but some of it looks a little different. And you can scroll through your instruments, find out what you want. You might not want any of these, so just hit this little arrow here and close it up. You might just want, let's put some drums in here, addictive drums too. Just drag it and drop it. Ha ha ha! Let's see what happens. Couldn't find my addictive drums. Oh, there it is. That's a new one. I just loaded this program yesterday, so I'm not sure. Let's see if we... Well, anyway, I'm going to take this off. You can remove track and instrument, and we can just use a click. Now, if you have a keyboard like I have, it's a Mac keyboard, and like I said, I'm using a Mac Mini 2. You just hit the period over in the numeral pad, or you can hit the comma over in the keypad area. I'll hit comma, and it takes you to the beginning of the song here. Or you could just click somewhere, and that's where it's going to start. Usually I'll start my songs on 2. Now right now I'm using the click. If you go clear down here on the bottom, you'll see this metronome thing. You can click it off. Now if I hit play, you won't hear it. Okay, another thing is, let's put this back on. You can, let me try this too. I'll put tune track in, easy drummer 3. That should work. Yep. Okay, it's loading up here. I'm just going to use what the default is, and I'll stretch this out a little bit. Another thing I picked up on yesterday is right here below the volume on this, you have a pan. That wasn't there before. That's pretty cool, because I used to have to go all the way over to my other screen and on the mix window and adjust the pan, but now you can do it right here on the track. That's pretty cool. And you can start, we'll hit the comma key. You can start from the beginning. I'll just put it in record right there. And I'll just hit record on my fader port. Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't know why that didn't record. So let's go up here to Studio Pro Preferences and Audio Setup, Playback Recording Device. Say OK, and let's check the song session setup. And this seems okay. Let's check the I/O. Testing 1, 2. That seems okay. It's reading here. Say okay. Let's open this up. If you hit this little keyboard right here, it'll open this up. Okay, that's something I'm going to have to look into. I don't know why that's not showing up here. Let's open this back up again, and let's go to grooves. I think I know what's going on here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to look into that. This is the first time I even created a project, and I don't know why it's not recording. It's showing up here. Let's just drag this over. In Tune Track, Easy Drummer 3, you can go to their grooves, and you have a whole bunch of different stuff in here. I have quite a few of their instruments, and you can just grab this and move it over into the track area, and there you have drums. Let's see if it'll play that. Yeah. Okay. It's probably something stupid I did that, in fact, I think I know what I did. It's a MIDI track. Let's do an audio track. Testing 1, 2. Test 1. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's record that. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's what I'm in MIDI. Stupid me. Okay, there you have your first project. I think the only thing you'll have to worry about is where to put your songs. I'm going to drag this over a little bit. My songs are all located on my SSD 2. I'll click on that and bring it over. Now I have Studio 1, the songs, and then this is where all my songs are located. I also, on this drive, I have a Cakewalk projects. I have Logic projects, and I have Pro Tools projects. I used to be a heavy Pro Tools user, and the way they were doing their pricing and all that stuff was just pushing me right out because I didn't have that kind of money. I'm going to talk about why I switched from Pro Tools over to Studio One, or I should say Fender Studio Pro. And I'll tell you the ins and outs, the goods and the bads between Pro Tools and Studio One. But now, let's go back over here. This is how you start a project. And just remember, and down here in the bottom right, that is your browser. And you can open and close your browser. And this right here, in this area, that's your channels. You can open and close it down here in this bottom right. And this right here is new. I've never seen this before. I'll have to look into this. And then this is your editor, which you can come in here and you can edit. Now, when you have this open, over here to the far left, you'll see this little arrow. And what that does, it separates your channel, your mix, from your track area. So if you click on that, it popped up over on my other screen. I'll bring it back. You can separate it and put it on another screen, or you can put it right back where it was by clicking this arrow again. Pretty cool, huh? I don't want to overload you with a bunch of information here. The more I get into this and more I learn some of the new stuff they got going on, I'll show you how to insert your plugins, and like if you want to put reverb on. Let me just show you that real quick. I'm going to left click in this area here, and we're going to put an effects channel. Now in this effects channel, up here at the top, let's scoot this down, you can click on this plus button and add an effects, and I'm going to put the Seventh Heaven in there. I'm going to put that new plug-in Fender's got in here. I think it's Reverb Studio Verb right there. I'm going to click that and put that in. That's pretty cool. Now, I've not used this yet, but looking at it, it reminds me of Avid's bass a little bit because of these faders that they have in here. And just looking at this, I guess up here at the top, you click default and it'll open up different, wow, they got a whole bunch of different stuff in here, plates. That's pretty good. Real rooms. I got a whole bunch of selections here. Cathedral, concert hall. So yeah, we'll get into this more often too, but at least up here top right where it says close, that X, just click on it and closes it out. This is a good start for you. We got it loaded in. Tried to show you where to put your songs and stuff, and I'll do another video on that. I did one before, but that was in Fender Studio 1. But we'll start a little series here on different things you can do in Fender Studio Pro. Okay, I hope that's a big help for you. So, like, subscribe to my channel, and thanks. See you next time.